Good day, Tragic here, and welcome back to Star Trek Frontiers. We're probably in the last round of turn 4, last turn of round 4. Maybe 2 more to go. Well, 2 more, there'll be 2 more probably. I might do both of them in this one video, actually. We'll see how long it takes. But the Klingons are hanging out in the Yellow City, and the Federation are looking to maybe try and even attack this turn if they can. But, well, actually I don't think they will be able to. Picard, to do a Borg assault, you have to be adjacent. I mean, Sisko could move in right now, but you can't declare a co-op assault after the end of round has been declared, because part of the rules is that you actually have to use your next turn, and if there is no next turn, you can't do that. So you can't do it after the end of round's been declared. And both the Klingons are completely out of cards. So it's in the Klingons' best interests to decide between each other as a co-op team if now is the time to declare. So Ursula, she has another 5 diplomacy in hand. She is at -1. We know that, the Klingons would probably think that Picard blew a lot of his stuff last turn. So Ursula needs to decide whether she can do anything. She's got a spare slot, and she has got 5, and we are in the Yellow City, which means that she can hire another unit. She can hire from any location. And there is one guy left, and he's pretty good. And he is only 7, which means we only need to produce 8. And she can actually produce that this turn, 5, 6, 7, 8, by just discarding all her cards. Alternatively, she could just pass. And that way Martok, he's got a hand, he has got a diplomacy 5 as well, and he is actually at +3. Which means he can play 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He can play 12 diplomacy and include the +2 to get a new gold unit. And the cool thing about that is that if he does that, because he's the last turn, he'll be able to produce the unit and buy it, hopefully, and no one else will get a chance. Or they could just discard. Ursula could declare end of round now. Martok could get the ability to buy this dude, and there'd be no risk. So I think that might be what we do. I would like Ursula to get that guy, though. I think actually, this is hard. I think I'm actually going to do this. So Ursula's going to go 5, 6, 7, 8, and buy this dude here. See, the thing is, Picard did a big purchase last turn using quite a bit of diplomacy, but an astute player who is playing versus this character at the moment would kind of assume he has a lot of diplomacy left. And look how much diplomacy he's got. He's got diplomacy coming out of the yin-yang here. Okay, so it's definitely going to be declared next turn. And we have Sisko. Now, Sisko has pretty much nothing going on. He's got a bit of attack. What has he got here? He gets the free movement in using his movement power, and I guess he can try taking out this token. What's he got? Your blam. He's got a lot of gas here. I think this is actually not going to be a problem because we have Torpedo 3, plus we have another torpedo there. So we've actually got Torpedo 4, and we've also got Advanced Range, which doubles our long range value. So we've actually got long range 8. So I think we've got, unless we have like a high resistance mob, we're basically going to be able to pass this, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, bam! Okay, so we have a Romulan and we have a Dominion. Let's flip this suckers over and see what we got. Oh, dearie me. So that's 8. We need 8 damage because it's resistance. And we need another 4. That's 8. Oh, wait. We can do that. Yes, we can do that actually. No problemo. Except we do not have any die that we need. But we can actually play this and this together. So this is producing a gold data, which we're then using to pay this. That creates torpedo attack 3. And then this one here, paying with from our inventory, that has produced long range attack is doubled. Okay, so we have actually produced 6 long range attack. So 6 long range attack, when we bite both these guys at once, they now are sharing resistances, remember? So this guy now has physical immunity, right? But 4 will kill this guy, and it leaves another 2 damage on this dude. We can't actually do this, because that would be 4. This isn't producing increased long range attack of any type. It's only producing long range attack physical, which means it's coming in at, and we've doubled it, so it's actually producing 1 damage. So we've produced 7 damage and we need to produce 8 damage, and we've got no other way of increasing that attack. So that is kind of annoying. So let's put this back in our inventory and stick this back in our hand. We're going to do the Great Link. The Great Link is a star, like a proton effect. That means you can cast it anytime, even during battle. And we are going to take a black from the source, and we're going to take a blue. Same as basic effect, except you draw the top card of the elite crew. Okay, so what this basically means is we're getting rid of one of our crew members. Let's get rid of Worf, and we just draw a random gold elite card, and boom, just replace it like that. What have we got? Attack or shields 4. Target enemy loses all special attack abilities this combat. Well, don't ask O'Brien to have a drink with you, and don't you dare try and take a look at their computers while you're trying to track down Rogue Federation captain destroying starbases of whatever. Sorry, I watch way too much Star Trek. Let's get into this. So we've done that just for fun, and we've got this guy now. So we can now produce this 3 attack plus 4 does kill him. And then this guy is blocked using the shield. And then we have attack 4. And then we have this attack 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's killed him as well without using our other thing. Okay, to recap that confusing a lot of rubbish that I just did. We moved for free using this value, and then we attacked into this thing here. This gave us 2 guys. We did a long range attack 3 using synthesized data to create the gold mana. Then we used the long range attack. That makes 4 long range attack, which is enough to kill this guy outright. Then we have to block this guy. We can block it very easily because we have permanent 2 blue shields. So he's blocked, and now we need to produce quite a lot of attack to kill him. We need to produce 8 attack, or we need to produce 4 torpedo attack, like red attack. Still, we have Chameleon in hand, so we cast Chameleon using the black die and one of our blue mana, and that allows us to just basically turn one of our characters into an elite crew. And we just grab, this guy is the guy we randomly drew, and he actually has an attack 4, which is very lucky. So we've blocked this guy. We need 8 to kill. Tap him for attack 4, play this for attack 2, and play these 2 sideways for another 2 attack. That's 8 attack total. He is dead as well. Booyah. And another location bites the dust for the Federation. And he gets 8. That takes him to 79. Oh, almost levels him up as well. Federation, I'm pretty sure, have completely owned this game. And we get to choose as a reward yet another. We're going to run out. We've only got 2 in the bank. Okay, so we've got deployment. We've got a nice flexible thing. It's basically anything we want it to be. More move. That might come in handy. Experience more diplomacy. That would be really, really handy for Picard to have that one, actually, to be able to draw using diplomacy, because he has so much diplomacy. Well, I think I'm going to take flexibility here. And that be the end of that. That was a little bit more expensive than I wanted it to be. We did use a blue, a precious blue. And now we have Picard's turn. Now, what's Picard got? Pretty bad dice here, unfortunately. Well, he's got Q. Let's do Q. Let's roll this. We're looking for what do we want this to be? We want it to be a black. What are you going to be? Oh! Oh, dearie me. Bam. So we take this black and we take this blue. And this says, during the remainder of this turn, you may receive the stronger effect for free on all action cards you play. And this one, the Q Continuum, says, as your action for the turn, you may use your diplomacy to interact with any conquered Dominion or Romulan starbase, or any M-class planet. So unfortunately, the M-class guy was taken. So that's 6, 12, 18 points. We only needed 17 points, so I didn't really need to do this, did I? Oh, I may as well. I mean, I've got to use the blue anyway, right? So, that is 8, 4, 4, and 4. And we could even discard these ones for another. This is how much we just produced. We got 8, 12, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I think we just produced 25. We can cast these sideways for 3 diplomacy each, remember? So that's 6, 10, 14, 18, plus another 8. Wow, that's crazy. Unfortunately, we don't need the 26. Oh, there's another one here. Fortunately, we don't need the 26. I may as well also do this as well and gain +2 reputation from that. So +2 reputation, that's 1, 2. Plus this guy gives us experience and reputation. Experience and reputation. And I suppose I'll keep this in hand then. I don't need to use these, but I will get all that diplomacy out. These are all discarded. That's probably not the best plan, but it was just too much fun. Oh, I had this thing I didn't even use because that guy... See, Ursula did the right move, stealing that dude, because I would have been able to buy him. Probably replacing Riker. Okay, and now we get to draw +1, so we're drawing to 7. Did I draw his cards? I didn't. He draws to 6. And finally we have Martok, and Martok, he has a total of +3. Okay, so he can play this sideways for 2 to draw 1 gold unit. Target enemy uses all resistances. Not bad. That is 8. So he can still produce 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So he's going to use the ability again to draw out another one. Ooh, much better. Enemy uses biogenics. Okay, so can we still afford him though? I think we just priced ourselves out of the market. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 11, 12, 13, 14. And we definitely need 15 because it's 2 diplomacy each time to draw a unit. But it's not as bad as it seems because we are going to be able to get the other dude anyway. And we know that Picard just blew his load, so he can't hire anybody. So this guy costs 8, but so we can do that quite easily. And okay, so that is done. And he is done. Sweet. Okay. Well, that's the end of that round. I think we did all right. I feel a bit weird. You know, actually, I think it's best to have gotten the units. That means we can make a very early play to take more Borgs and then replace the units to keep our power levels up. What Picard should have done is moved into position. Could have moved straight to here that turn. He'd still have the ability to do his diplomacy and maybe at the very last turn. But basically, you can't... Sisko cannot initiate a combat, you know, like a co-op assault on the last round. Because the way co-op assaults work is you need to be able to flip over this thing, you know. You need 2 turns to do it. There's only 1 turn. So she's going to declare next round. If he moves into position, he stalls. Then as soon as it's her turn again, that is the end of the round. So Picard doesn't have a way of getting into here to actually attack. So we have to look at... We'll draw its cubes and have a look at it at the beginning of the next round. We need 2 Dominion star places and 2 K-class planets. Now K-class is... that's H. Wow, that's interesting. So the Red City only has 2 Dominion star bases, which is like, who cares? He could probably take out the star bases, and then Picard can come in the next turn and do the... We completely screwed up. Instead of doing that ridiculous diplomacy to buy all those units, which was, I must admit, was pretty fun. He should have moved in position and initiated a combat on this Borg. Then we could have had Captain Sisko take out the star bases with any luck and have Picard just come in and clean up all the diplomacy. So that was a bit of a disaster. Oh well, doesn't matter. Lots of mistakes going on in the Federation turn, but the Federation are absolutely owning it. Remember, this is a points race based on these things here. Greatest knowledge, that's got to go to the Federation. They've got all those, you know, action cards. Greatest leadership, you know, that is the Federation as well. Greatest conqueror, that has got to be the Federation. I think, you know, we can... The Klingons can kind of gain a bit of ground. That's an easy one to conquer. That's an easy one to conquer. Well, it's far away, but there's another one up here. So there's another 2 places and this place here that can all be conquered to get more points before the end of the round. What else is there? You know, then there's the greatest disaster. How many wounds? And that's going to really hurt the Klingons because yeah, the poor old Martok might be powerful in execution, but without a way to heal those wounds, he's going to be in a real... You know, how many wounds has he got? He's got 2 in hand. He's got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in his deck. Yeah, so Federation are looking to pretty much clean sweep this, which is, as expected, they are the Federation. I think what really let us down, Ursula had a terrible, terrible start. We got trapped with a very, very constricting map at the beginning, and Martog didn't get any units, so it was just taking... he can use the damage, so it didn't slow his progress, but without getting units, it really meant that he was taking huge amounts of damage, and he didn't get any really good healing cards, like any good repair cards, which is what he wanted. Anyway, that is the end of that round, and we're coming to the end of round 4. We'll probably do the next round and the tactics of round 5 in the next video. And I will see you guys then.